story is sponsored by Plantenberg's Food Pride Store in Richmond, your fourth-generation locally owned grocery and specialty meat store where fresh food and customer service is still the way they do business. Plantenberg's custom meats and homemade sausage are regionally famous. Their special varieties of sausage and wieners are a delight to serve as a part of your daily meals or for that special holiday gathering. For generations, the Plantenbergs have been committed to providing quality food products that even Grandma would be proud to serve.
At the end of last year, Digilog ROCORI had a chance to catch up with Dan Coughlin and Larry Lahr as part of our City Update program. Both city officials discussed the ongoing ROCORI Trail project.
Hi, this is Dan Coughlin, City Administrator for the City of Richmond with the Richmond Update. We want to focus a little bit on the ROCORI Trail project that you've probably heard about over the last few years, and just wanted to let you know that it continues to move forward. We're getting significant grant money. We've made some headway with the state legislature for additional bonding money, working with the Burlington Northern Railroad to try and secure some access ways through on some of their old rail bed stuff, and there's some positive progress with that. You know, we've had some questions from people as to how they can get involved, and you know, they want to know what this is all about. We meet monthly at the Rockville City Hall the first Thursday of every month at 9 a.m. And a lot of the public, general public, do come in and just sit in, and there's an opportunity to ask questions and to find out what's going on. So you're welcome to come in and sit in on those meetings. If you can't because of the timing of it, you're also welcome to give myself or any of the city administrators of Rockville, Cold Spring, or here in Richmond a call, and we'd be happy to provide you any information you desire, maps or updates on things. We want you as a public, because this is going to be serving you as an alternative transit way between our cities. We want you to be involved because it's your trail ultimately. So if you've got any questions on that, again, feel free to give us a call here at Richmond City Hall, 597-2075, or via email on the Richmond website. So with that, thank you for your time, and join us again next time.
After getting City Administrator Coughlin's comments from Richmond City Hall, Digilog ROCORI thought we'd catch up with Cold Spring City Administrator Larry Lahr. City Administrator Lahr was in attendance at a ROCORI Trail meeting at the ROCORI High School.
Hello, my name is Larry Lahr. I'm City Administrator in Cold Spring, and I'm also an active member of the ROCORI Trail Committee. And I'm talking to you just a bit about the open house that we're having this evening. And just a few comments. What we're seeing is that there's a lot more interest in the project than what we saw really throughout the first 3 years, I think. That in the last 9-12 months, a lot of people are starting to ask questions, and they're anticipating the project. And so tonight what we've done is we've arranged for speakers that represent basically two topic areas. One is really to talk about what is happening locally. People are very concerned about this specific project or have questions about this specific project. So we've got local government officials, we've got engineers, that kind of thing, to give a technical explanation of the project. Of course, everybody's wondering about funding, so we're talking about that as well. And then in addition to that, we're also bringing in some experts that have experience with these types of trails. We have one good representative project just up the road in the Lake Wobegon Trail. But in addition to that, there are a network of these trails throughout the state. For those of you that have an interest in the project, no matter what your current thought or perspective is on it, maybe the best way to stay involved is we do have a database of emails that we keep on file. And as there are agendas that go out for meetings or other updates, we make sure that we use that list to communicate to the public. And that is a way for you to also communicate back to us. So we encourage you to do that. If you want to actually get involved and assist in various ways with the project, as those opportunities come up, we can use that information as a way to get in touch with you as well.
As the meeting got underway, committee member Dwayne Coos introduced various speakers as they presented to the audience.
So I'll very much look forward to your participation and respect of that, in the sense of sharing openly and honestly and gaining information to and from one another.
Submit one large trail for them to take a look at and try and help fund is that you'll be more successful if you chop it up into phases. So as a result, we have cut it into phases, and I'll go into greater detail of all of these phases that you see here in a minute.
Other things we are working on, we have some funding to develop some trail out in the New Munich, El Rosa, Greenwald area that'll be construction next year. Snowmobiles, hiking, biking, so that's something that will happen in the near future. One of the challenges that goes when you get some trail built, people see the Wobegon as a success, and I would say that we estimate based on volunteers and counters that we have about 100,000 trail users a year. But we're actually to the stage with parts of the Wobegon.
One by one, the various presenters explained how they were specifically involved with the ROCORI Trail project. Winding down the presentation portion of the evening, Larry Lahr explained the appreciation for the local government's involvement in the ROCORI Trail project.
We certainly have had a lot of support from our local governments. We've had, the county's been very involved. Either Peter himself or Chuck Woken have been at virtually every single meeting we've had since 2004. I've been to most of those myself in that 5-year period now. Great support from our local legislators, not just from those that are represented in the Cold Spring Richmond area, but also Tara Clark and Steve Gottwald from more of the Rockville area. So a lot of support from our state legislators. And even for that matter, we've had a representative oftentimes from Congressman Bachman's office at our meetings. So a lot of local government support, but really at every single one of those meetings, the number of citizens that are there do outnumber or about match up with the number of government officials. And so if you aren't hearing a lot of discussion about this trail project at your council meetings, I would want to first of all explain that that's the reason why, but also to point out the fact that really it's a group of citizens that have led this effort so far.
After all of the presentations were finished, the floor was open for a brief question and answer session. The top issue on everyone's mind were the funds that were directly tied to the trail. Here to explain the situation is Representative Larry Hosch.
On the bonding side, I feel a little more comfortable commenting on because that's something the legislature directly influences. And we bond every 2 years. So we're going to have another round of bonding this year, and I think the chances of being successful are high. The Lesser Sam's dollars, the legacy dollars, which are the same thing, you have, that's going to